Today we are going to discuss about the experiment regulation of three-phase alternator by EMF method. Okay, so in this experiment we are going to test the alternator how much voltage is produced under the open circuit condition and also how much the maximum current is produced under short circuit condition. Okay. So based on these two tests, we are going to find the regulation of this alternator in a predetermined way. Okay. So this experiment mainly focused on EMF method or synchronous impedance method. Okay. So in this table, I will say about the components, which are the components we are going to use this experiment. First thing, we have fuse in the table. Fixed one. So after this fuse, we have the two terminals, positive and negative from DC supply. So here we are having starter point L, A, F. L indicate line, A armature, and F is field. Okay. The starters are given in the table permanently itself here. So this starter is starting by a 3-point starter, which is used to start the DC machine. So now here we have the machine, DC machine and the alternator. So both are coupled. Here we have the sensor to measure the speed of the alternator. Okay. So here we have 4 terminals for DC machine: armature A, AA, and field F, FF. Okay. And also in the alternator side we are having totally 5 terminals. 3 for phases and 2 for field. Okay. So for the phase we have R phase, Y phase and B phase, and in field we have F1 and F2. Okay. This is the setup. The prime mover which is connected into the alternator through shaft. So we are using the prime mover as a DC shunt motor. Okay. So that terminal supply comes into the table directly. So this is for F1 and F2 field coil of prime mover, and A1, A2 the armature of the prime mover, that is DC machine. Now after that we have coupling. Then after coupling we have alternator side. So we have R phase, Y phase and B phase. This is the neutral. Here we have F1 and F2 for field coil. Okay. So now we are going to do the open circuit test and short circuit test. First of all, we will check the circuit diagram of the connection. So the circuit diagrams are given in the manual itself. I will explain the circuit connection first thing. So here we have positive and negative supply. Then after positive and negative supply, we are taking the wire from the terminal, then given to the line of starter point, then taking one wire from field of starter point, given to the rheostat 220 ohm by 1.5 ampere. Here the rheostat having two ends, so one end is connected to fixed point, another end is connected to the variable point. So the variable point which is connected to the field of the prime mover F1, and the F2 field of prime mover F2 is directly taken from the field coil and given to the common negative of DC supply. And also here we have another starter point A. So that A point which is connected to the prime mover A1, and the prime mover A2 directly connected to your F2 or the negative terminal. So this is the one setup for prime mover running condition. Then next setup is alternator running condition. So the alternator already we discussed, we have 3 terminal in the alternator for AC supply and 2 terminal for the DC supply. So for AC supply we are taken R phase, then taking R phase out and given to the TPST switch here, then Y phase connected to the TPST switch and B phase connected to the TPST switch. So between R phase and Y phase I connected to the voltmeter 0 to 600 volt MI. Then after that switch we have do the short circuit condition, so that we are connecting this R phase another terminal through ammeter to Y and Y to B, we are making short circuit. So this is only for the short circuit test. Okay. Now we are given to the DC supply to the field coil. So taking the DC supply positive terminal and given to the field rheostat 570 ohm by 1.3 ampere. Then after 1.3 ampere on the output side we are giving the ammeter 0 to 2 ampere. The output of ammeter is given to the field coil of alternator F1, then taking F2 output and then given to the negative of your DC supply. So these circuit connections were given in the table. So I will explain the running procedure. So first thing, we are going to do the open circuit test. In the open circuit test, we are going to monitor the open circuit voltage and the field current of the corresponding alternator side. Okay. So now we have tabulation for open circuit test. In the open circuit test, we are measuring the field current in terms of ampere and a generator voltage in terms of volt. Okay. So by varying your field rheostat each and every step, we are going to measuring the field current as well as the armature voltage or generated EMF. Okay. So this will be done for the maximum voltage generation. So this alternator having the capability of producing 400 volt, so that by varying your field rheostat, we can adjust the voltage up to a maximum of 400 volt. Okay. So after conducting the open circuit test, we have to do the short circuit test. So short circuit test is mainly aimed for the maximum current rating of the alternator. So we have to reduce this field current to minimum position, so that we are minimizing the rheostat position. Now we are going to be closing the switch into the short circuit side. Okay. After closing our switch to the short circuit side, now we are going to adjusting the field current to slightly variation. So now we are going to measure the field current and the load current. So this alternator having the load current of 4.5 amperes. Now we are going to adjust the field current. So by adjusting the field current, we are setting the load current to 4.3 amperes. So for that 4.3 amperes, so what is your field current? So both the readings are measured and tabulated in the short circuit test tabulation. Okay. After running these two experiments, we are going to make the graph. So in this graph, we are going to draw the open circuit test and short circuit characteristics curve only. So we are taken two graph in the two axis in the y-axis and one axis in the field x-axis. So in the y-axis, we are taken output voltage in terms of volt and the short circuit current in terms of ampere, and the x-axis is nothing but field current. So by using this x-axis and y-axis, we are going to make the graph of OCC curve and ACC curve. So from this graph, we are going to analyzing and finding the impedance of the circuit. Then after finding the impedance, we are going to calculate the regulation. So this regulation part is given in the another table. Okay. So this is the regulation. So in this regulation part, the formulas were given already in the manual itself. So we are going to assume our power factor from 0 to 0.8, otherwise 1 also we are going to do. Each power factor we have to calculate the value of output induced voltage per phase and finding the regulation. Okay, wow. So in this EMF method, the regulation normally comes to the maximum because we are fixing the impedance value at constant irrespective of your power factor and the load current also. This is the drawback of this impedance method. Okay, so this is the procedure to work out this experiment. Now I will run this experiment for simplification. So I am going to start the machine. So before starting the machine, you have to check your prime mover rheostat should be kept in minimum position and your generator should be rheostat should be kept in maximum position. Okay, so it will be that. So also I have to check my fuse. So this is the good condition. So also I am going to switch on the supply. So I am going to start the prime mover. This is the 3-point starter. Stop. Using this 3-point starter, now I am running the prime mover. So prime mover running is shows 1390, 95 something. So I am going to fix this speed by 1500 RPM. So I vary my field rheostat of this machine. So the speed is now varying up to this. I am going to fix my speed by 1500. Okay. This is calculation one. Okay. So then after after fixing your prime mover speed by 1500 rpm, you are going to adjust your field rheostat to the machine. The corresponding rated voltage will be varied from 0 to the maximum value. So now it shows the voltage, generator voltage of 320. I am going to various point. So up to 400 rpm I am going to fix it. Okay. So by each variation you are going to monitor your field current and also the load current. Okay. Then after that stop. Field current you are going to with this field rheostat step by step, and each step you are going to monitor your field current and the going to adjust this voltage for each step, and it will measure the open circuit voltage for 400 volts. Okay. So this is for open circuit test. So while doing the short circuit test, you are going to minimize your field rheostat of alternator to be kept in minimum position and close this TPST switch to the for short circuit condition. So this will be short circuit condition. Now the short circuit current source 3 ampere, which is 0.15 ampere. Now I am going to fix this current is 4.3 ampere, and I will find the corresponding field current. Okay. So I will adjust this gradually, and I will set the current up to 4.3 ampere. For that I will measure the field current. So this is for short circuit test. So then after conducting this test, the remaining things will be finding from the formula which is given in the manual. Okay. Thank you.